What a roller coaster this week has been. When I first saw the Dacia Bigster 2025, I was absolutely blown away. It looked like the perfect blend of rugged utility and modern tech, and at the price point, it seemed unbeatable. But after spending 7 days with it, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I almost regretted buying it. Hey everyone, welcome back to Supercar. If you want to see more brutally honest reviews like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. You know that feeling when you drive a new car off the lot? The fresh car smell, the pristine dashboard, the silent hum of the engine? For the first 2 days, the Bigster was everything I had hoped for. The exterior design is just stunning. The aggressive front grille, the signature Y-shaped daytime running lights, the muscular wheel arches. It looks like an SUV that costs twice as much. I took it for a spin on some country roads, and it handled beautifully. The mild hybrid engine was smooth, responsive, and surprisingly quiet. Everything was perfect. I was genuinely thinking, this is the best value car on the market hands down. But then, day 3 arrived, and the honeymoon was officially over. The first major issue I ran into was with the infotainment system. On paper, that big 10.1-inch screen looks incredible. It has all the bells and whistles, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, built-in navigation. The problem? It's slow. Not just a little slow. I'm talking about a noticeable, frustrating delay every time you tap an icon. Sometimes it would just freeze for a solid 20 seconds. And on one occasion the entire system rebooted itself while I was trying to find a podcast. It's supposed to make my life easier, but I found myself just avoiding it entirely. For a car in 2025, a sluggish user interface is simply unacceptable. It made me question if I had made a huge mistake. Then came the little issues that started to pile up. This isn't a problem with the engine itself, but with the automatic transmission. It's a CVT, which is great for fuel efficiency, but the programming felt confused. There were moments of hesitation, particularly when accelerating from a stoplight, that made the car feel unresponsive and clunky. It felt like the car was thinking, wait, are we sure we want to go faster? Before finally kicking into gear. This was a stark contrast to the initial smooth experience. It completely undermined the feeling of control and confidence I had on those first 2 days. It wasn't just the big things either. The little design choices started to get on my nerves. The U-clip accessory system, which is supposed to be a clever way to attach things, felt cheap and plasticky. I tried to mount my phone and it kept shaking loose on bumpy roads. Then there's the climate control. It's still a physical dial, which I actually appreciate, but the vents are so small and poorly angled that it felt impossible to get a good stream of air where I wanted it. These weren't deal breakers on their own, but when combined with the tech and transmission issues, they painted a picture of a car that was full of great ideas but lacked the proper execution. So, after all that, you're probably asking, did you return it? Did you trade it in? The short answer is no. I almost regretted it, but I didn't. Because after a full week I had to be honest with myself and remember what the Bigster is. It's not an expensive high-end luxury SUV, it's a brilliantly priced, family-oriented workhorse. You can't expect flawless execution on every single feature at this price point. Once I accepted its quirks and learned to live with them, I started to appreciate its incredible value all over again. The massive cargo space, the comfortable seats, the rugged looks, all of that is still there. Final recommendations. The success of the final video hinges on translating the script's narrative into a compelling visual and auditory experience. The script provides the foundation, but the final product will be shaped by production choices. Visual storytelling. The visual elements should directly support the 3-act structure. For the honeymoon phase, use dynamic, cinematic B-roll of the Dacia Bigster against a scenic backdrop, such as those used in its launch campaign in Norway. This enhances the visual appeal and makes the car feel more aspirational. During the conflict phase, employ close-up shots of the lagging touchscreen and the digital instrument panel, as well as a roll of the host's frustrated reactions. The visual emphasis on the specific problem makes the narrative feel more visceral and real. Audio and pacing. Strategic use of music and sound effects is critical for an 8-minute video. During the honeymoon period, a light, optimistic score can be used. When the conflict begins, the music should shift to a more suspenseful or tense tone, and sound effects of clicking a button with no response or an audio glitch can be used to emphasize the frustration. The pacing of the monologue itself should follow a logical cadence that builds and releases tension, with moments of quick-fire observations interspersed with more reflective commentary. Summary of strategic importance. The video is not just a review of a Dacia Bigster, it is a commentary on modern vehicle ownership. By successfully bridging the channel's identity with a practical vehicle, and by grounding the narrative in a universal data-backed frustration, the video will not only attract a new, broader audience, but also reinforce the channel's reputation as an authoritative voice in the automotive world. In the end, the Bigster 2025 isn't for everyone. If you're a tech-savvy driver who needs a perfectly smooth ride and a flawless infotainment system, you might find yourself as frustrated as I was. But if you're looking for an affordable, practical, and stylish SUV that can handle everything you throw at it, and you're willing to accept a few compromises along the way, then the Bigster might just be perfect for you. It's the kind of car that reminds you that true value isn't about perfection, it's about what it gives you for the money. And in that regard, the Bigster is still a winner. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast. With